thinking my manager stopped loving me. I walked away from the spotlight, but he was still waiting in the front row. I love you were the words I sang every night to 1,000 strangers, but the one man I meant them for never looked back from the wings. The world saw a rising star. I saw nothing but the slow retreat of the man who once held my dreams in his hands. I was 24 when I met Julian Gray, manager to some of the biggest names in the American indie music scene. He was confident, calculating, and dangerously charming. And somehow, inexplicably, he chose me, a nobody from Tulsa with a cheap guitar and a voice cracked by nerves. Our first tour was chaos, magic, and sleepless nights. Every city was a blur, but he was always there waiting at the hotel bar with chamomile tea and critiques. He called me kid until one night in Nashville when he didn't. That night, the air between us buzzed electric. He touched my jaw lightly, as if testing whether I was real. And when he kissed me, it wasn't gentle. It was desperate, like he had been holding back for years. For a while, we were everything. On stage, I burned brighter. Off stage, we tangled in hidden hotel rooms, in midnight drives, in shared earbuds and whisper-laughed secrets. But fame is a slow poison. The bigger I got, the more his walls returned. He stopped coming to rehearsals. He missed sound checks. And when I looked for him backstage, I'd only find silence or someone else delivering his instructions. "You're busy," he said once, cool and unreadable. "I don't want to get in your way." What he didn't say was, "I don't love you anymore." I started believing him, so I left. Not with fanfare, but with a single line in an Instagram post. "Taking a break from music. Thanks for the love." I ghosted tours, canceled contracts, and moved into a tiny apartment in Queens where no one recognized my face without makeup. The walls were thin. My neighbors fought at night, but it was quieter than the stage ever was. I thought he'd call. He didn't. And then, 3 months later, the invitation came. The Halcyon Gala, a one-night concert. My name was still on the list. First, I laughed. Bitterly. I'd rather eat glass than sing in front of him again. But a part of meth stupid, bleeding part wondered if maybe he'd be there. If maybe, just maybe, he'd say what he couldn't before. So I said yes. The night of the gala, I stood in front of the dressing room mirror, trembling. The gold suit was too tight, the eyeliner too perfect. I looked like a stranger in a costume of my old self. The stage manager gave me a 5-minute warning. "Julian's out front," she added casually. "Row A, seat 3. My heart dropped. When the lights went down, I stood in silence for a long moment before the spotlight found me. Thousands of eyes. One man. I started slow. A new arrangement of my old song. "I love you. I love you. I'm sorry." I didn't cry. Not until I saw him. Julian wasn't watching like a fan. He was breaking openly, visibly, unashamedly. His hands were clasped over his mouth, and I swear I saw him mouthing every word along with me. The final chord echoed. Then silence. I left the stage like it was a funeral procession. I didn't wait for applause. Backstage was chaos. Flowers. Interviews. I walked past them all, straight out the service exit and into the alley. He followed. "Eli," he said softly. "Not kid. Not star. Just Eli." I didn't turn. "I waited," he continued. "Every night. I waited for you to come back." I laughed sharp, bitter. "You left me on stage. I didn't know how to love you while managing you," he admitted. "I thought if I gave you space, you'd shine without me weighing you down. But I never stopped. I never stopped being in love with you." I turned then. His eyes were rimmed red, his coat dusted in cold. "Why didn't you tell me?" "Because I'm a coward," he said. "And you deserved more than a coward." I stepped closer, tears burning hot now. "I never wanted more. I just wanted you." For the first time in a year, he smiled. And it wasn't polished. It was cracked, real, and only for me. We stood there, two fools in the alley behind a theater, the sounds of the world muffled by something ancient and soft between us. Then he asked, "Will you come home?" I nodded against all logic. That night, he brewed chamomile tea in my apartment like no time had passed. We talked until sunrise about tours, mistakes, and the cruel silence that nearly undid us. He touched my face like I was something fragile and sacred. We didn't sleep. We made love like two people trying to rewrite time. Weeks passed. I didn't post online. No comeback tour. No press. But every Thursday night, I sang in a tiny piano bar in Brooklyn. No lights. No makeup. Just me, a mic, and Julian in the front row. He never missed a single set. And this time, when I sang I Love You, I didn't mean it to the crowd. I meant it to the man who was always there, even when I couldn't see him. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with the latest videos.